Yo, what is going on, guys? At the time of recording this, the conclusion to Act 8 is dropping tomorrow, Wednesday. And, with the culmination, the finale of Act 8, this much anticipated. Of course, we get the biggest and best rewards. Doing Chapter 1, 2, and 3, they'll never be as good as Chapter 4 because, there's limited rewards. Whereas the Chapter 4, you get those rewards, which are better than 3, 2, and 1, plus the full act rewards. Like, it's just the best feeling when an act concludes in MCOC because the rewards are usually so good. And man, oh man, they are. We have a 2 to 3 gem, guaranteed rank 3. So there's going to be so many more rank 3s in the economy of the game. This will be the easiest rank 3 that is earnable. Necropolis is the other ones, and I'm very sure Act 8 will be easier than Necropolis. It already is. Unless 8.4 is crazy, but there's going to be a lot of new rank 3s, going to be a lot of new players achieving Valiant. So many Paragons are about to graduate to Valiant, man. So it's very exciting. And of course, with that leaves some very big decisions of who are you going to take to rank 3. So I thought I would make a video to try to help you guys out and give you my recommendations, Lagacy's picks for rank 3s in every single class. So that is what we're going to be doing in today's video. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to go ahead and jump to the 7-star roster. I made a little graphic for every single class. So let's go ahead. I'm going to start with just the way I have them. So I started with Mystic. So let's jump to the Mystic 7-star class first. So I currently have one rank 3 in the Mystic class, and that is Sasquatch. So of course, he is going to be one of the recommendations. Sasquatch is definitely one of my best rank 3s. Him and Spot are my two favorites. Spot for attack, Sassy for defense. Sasquatch is just incredible champion, man. He is such a monster, such a tank on defense. He has the biggest health pool in the entire game. He has that title. It is his. There's not a single special trophy champion even that has a higher health pool than him. Like Maestro, Thanos, they have insanely high health pools, unique special champions. Guess what? Sasquatch still has a bigger health pool than them. So, if you take Sasquatch to rank 3, you have the highest health pool champion in the game. So that's a plus. He's a fantastic defender, and he's actually very underrated on attack. This guy can definitely do some stuff on attack. I fought like some Nick Fury, some Bishops, like odd matchups like that. He can make them work. One of his best matchups is Maestro. So, man, if you are looking to be competitive in Battlegrounds, I think Sasquatch is the best Mystic rank 3 you can do. One of them, for sure. Now, I'd say my second pick in Mystic is definitely the dog. Speaking of the dog, my dog is barking. One sec. Okay, I just wanted to be quiet. There we go. Someone must be dropping off some mail or something. But alright, number 2 is Werewolf by Night. Now, I do not have him at rank 3 yet, but he will absolutely 100% be my next Mystic rank 3. If I pull a Mystic gem from 8.4, he is my pick. The Werewolf by Night will absolutely go to rank 3. Even if I don't get a Mystic gem, he still might be going to rank 3. I really like this guy. He will definitely be within my next few rank 3s. I can't wait to get him up. Werewolf by Night also has a colossal health pool. Let me see what it is. So Werewolf is number 4. I think Aunt May's a little outdated and Deathless King Group might be higher, push him to 5. But still, Werewolf by Night has a top 5 health pool in the game. And like I said, Thanos and Maestro are in that as well. Which Maestro is relevant, but Thanos, his health pool is pretty much irrelevant. I don't think I've seen a single 7-star rank 3 Thanos. Maybe you guys have, I don't know, but... So, Sassy, Werewolf, I think those two Mystics make for just such incredible rank 3s because they're both very... I feel like Sasquatch and Werewolf by Night are kind of two sides of the same coin. Whereas, they both have colossal health pools, big, hairy Mystic guys. And whereas Sasquatch, he is primarily a defender and he's underrated on attack. Whereas Werewolf, on the other hand, he is primarily an attacker and he's underrated on defense. Like they are like opposites, you know. So which one do you need more of? A stronger defense or a stronger attack? If you're between those two champs, that's kind of what you want to look for. You know, if you want to prioritize on defense a little bit but still get a good attacker, then go with Sasquatch. If you want to prioritize on attack a little bit more but still get a good defender, go with Werewolf. Then the third option, America Chavez. She's my third pick for the Mystic class. I highly recommend this champion. Me personally, I'm just not the biggest fan of her, but I cannot deny how powerful she is. She's easily one of the most powerful 7-star Mystic champs. She's a dual threat, incredible on attack, good defender. I wouldn't say incredible on defense, but definitely a solid defender for sure. And at rank 3, you know, is only going to be more annoying and more difficult to fight. So those are my picks for the Mutant class here. Here is the graphic. It's just those 3 champions. And every other class, we're going to have more than 3. My initial idea for this video was just to do 3 picks in each class, but every other class has more than 3. So Mystic was the only one that really remained at that 3. I feel like these are just easily the 3 best Mystics to take to rank 3 in my mind, in my opinion, the way I look at the game currently. It's really these 3 for sure. But, you know, I was also going to include like a 4th like option of like, you know, maybe this champ like a wild card option. And when it came to the Mystic class, it's like, honestly, you can pick just about anyone. Like anyone in the Mystic class, I could see an argument for rank 3. Unlike every other class, Mystic is the only class like this. And a big reason for that is Mystic Dispersion. Also, a lot of Mystic champs are just happen to be good defenders, and they could use the extra ranks for power on attack. So, you know, if Wiccan's your favorite champion going to rank 3M, I think that makes a lot of sense. If you love Jugs and you have him awakened, and he's your favorite champion in the game, and you just love destroying things with Jugs, and you just want to rank 3M for more damage, like, sure, go ahead. You can do that. Mojo would be another one. Mangog wouldn't be a bad option. Kushala. You know, some people are probably wondering why I didn't put Kushala on there. And the thing is, Kushala is already so powerful at rank 2 that I really do not think she needs rank 3. I think it wouldn't, I don't want to use the word a waste, but I just think the rank 3 would be much better given to some other champs. Kushala, you know, she's primarily an attacker. She doesn't have much defensive value. And she is already so insane, so powerful, just at rank 2. I firmly believe she does not need rank 3. And I recommend using those rank 3 materials on someone else. Like the Dog, the Squatch, or the Chavez. So that's the Mystic class. Let's go ahead and now move on to Science. So if you pull a Science 2 to 3 gem, you win. You win the lottery. You cannot go wrong with the Science class. The Science class is the best class in the game. There are so many good options here, dude. So many. But I think there's truly 3 that stand above the rest for rank 3. So those 3 champs are Hulk. Hulk's absolutely one of them. Hulk is an unreal monster. This guy's such a unit. If my Hulk was awakened, I probably would have taken him up, maybe even over Spot. I would have probably taken up Hulk a while ago if he was awakened. Because if he's awakened, he's also can be a very, very scary defender with the Gamma Rage and the Unstoppable when he goes into it. And also, just like, if you make one little slip up against Hulk, like you misspace his special 1, dude, you can just get like an infinite stun on you and you're dead. Hulk will kill you within 2 combos easily. He will hit you so hard. Like, Hulk is genuinely scary to fight, especially at like a rank 3 awaken level. But if he's unduped, I don't think I would recommend the Hulk rank 3. This one is kind of contingent on him being awakened. Now, the next recommendation would have to be Photon. Photon is just unreal, man. She is so nutty. I hated this champion for so long. Then I finally gave in, started to fight her, learn how to fight her, and started to use her as well. And I finally come around. I like Photon. I don't even think she's that BS on defense. Like, she could definitely mess you up. Things can very easily go wrong. But I think she's a fair fight. I do. I think you bring in the right counter, you know, you play well, you play optimally, you can get her down without too much of an issue. And I'm starting to get better and better at fighting her. But if I had a 7-star, especially Awakened Photon, dude, I would absolutely take it to rank 3. That would be such a big rank up. Even Unduped, I think I'd still probably invest in Photon. I know she does kind of want the dupe for defense. So, Unduped, it'd be a little bit more questionable, but an Awakened Photon, I think, is probably maybe the best Science rank 3 in the game. It might just be, because she's such a good defender, and I really want those big, beefy defenders at the highest rank for defense. She also hits, like, ridiculously through the block. The block damage from Photon can get nuts, and that's just, like, from 6 stars. So, if you put the block penetration stat focus on her, the 7-star, oh man, that is going to be a lot of block damage. So yeah, Photon, highly recommend. And then my next big recommendation for rank 3 would be the pig, man, Spider Ham. This guy is so unreal as a 7-star. Even Unduped, I think he'd be fine to take to rank 3. He is, a pretty annoying defender as well. So he's got that dual threat capability. And man, even at rank 2, this guy is already unreal. But I think he could be worth it for the rank 3, mainly because I feel like a rank 2 pig on defense isn't that threatening, But a rank 3 pig is extremely threatening. Like, you see a rank 3 pig in someone's deck, first of all, that might just get banned, because that is so scary. Like, that is so powerful. So then, if it doesn't take up a ban, and that's what you want. If your rank ups are getting banned, that's good. You're taking your opponent's bans. That's predictable bans that you can kind of keep in mind. Yeah, and if they don't ban the pig, and you draft him, that's an insane attacker for you, And if you don't need him on attack, that would be a pretty beefy defender too, unless they have like a Kate Bishop or something, So I think a rank 3 pig would be a great choice. And then of course, my Science rank 3 is Spot. And do I recommend Spot? I do. The only thing is he absolutely needs to be awakened. If he's not awakened, do not rank 3 him. Do not rank 3 him. He 100,000,000% needs to be awakened to even be in consideration for rank 3. But if he's awakened, yeah, absolutely consider it. I love Spot. I highly recommend him. Even at Sig 20, he's fine for rank 3. The damage is still overabundant. You're going to be overkilling stuff still. Spot is such a beast. I do highly recommend. And that's it. Surprisingly enough, that's it. You're probably thinking, like, you didn't mention this champion or this champion, but those are my recommendations for rank 3 for the Science class. Now, there's a big elephant in the room of a couple champions we didn't talk about, so let's talk about them real quick. But yeah, these are my top 4 picks for rank 3. These are Lagacy's Science recommendations for that rank 3 gem. Now, like I said, though, the Science class is the best class in the game. If you pull Science, you win the lottery. There's so many other good options, too, from what we just mentioned. So many. And Titania is probably, probably one of the most popular. The reason why I do not recommend taking Titania to rank 3 is the same reason why I haven't taken her to rank 3, and I'm not going to anytime soon. It's the simple fact that, similar to Juggernaut, Titania is so powerful at rank 2, I really don't think she needs the rank 3. I think, again, it's not, I don't want to use the word a waste, but I just think it's so much better in other champions that need it more. Like, my rank 2 Titania here, I have fought, rank 3 Sasquatch, like we talked about before, the biggest health pool champion in the game. At rank 3, the highest rank. I've still been able to take him down in under a minute with my Titania. If I play it perfectly, I can still get that matchup down in under a minute. If I come up with full health, like 50k plus points. And I even did that in a meta that was even more difficult to use Titania, in the Footloose meta. So, if I can do that with Titania at rank 2, and, a little bit of a trickier meta against the highest health pool champ already in the game, why do I need to take her to rank 3? It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Like I said, I just think the resources are better put to other champions. Don't get me wrong, look, I love Titania. She is in pretty much every deck that I have. When I see her, I love to draft her. I love to use her. She does so well for me. She wins me so many matches at rank 2. Like, it's very seldom where I'm in a situation where I lose, and like having Titania at rank 3 would have made the difference. Like, I can't think of any time where that was the case. I've even, you know, fought rank 3 Sassy. I put my rank 3 Sassy down. My opponent has a rank 3 Titania. I have rank 2 Titania. We're doing the same fight, and I've still beaten them because I just played it better, you know. So I really don't think the rank 3 on Titania is needed. So I don't recommend it. If Titania is your favorite champ, you want a rank 3er, go for it. Absolutely go for it. You know, it's your account. Rank whoever you want. I'm just trying to give you the best advice and the advice that I use myself. And it's done really well for me so far. So just trying to share that. And there's other great options in the science class too. You know, if you had an Awakened Sandman and you love him and you want to take him to rank 3, you know, do it. If Joe Fixit, I could see a Joe Fixit going to rank 3. Overseer, I could see that. Silk, if she's awakened, sure, she was the first rank 3 in the game. You know, those are all valid and fair rank 3s. Void, if I had an awakened Void, I would maybe consider rank 3. Yeah. If you pulled Thing already a couple times from the Titan and have him awaken and you want to rank 3 him, you know, I could see that too. Like I said, the science class, I think, is the best class in the game, and you really can't go wrong here. So that's an easy one. Let's go and move on to skill now. Skill is, I think, kind of the opposite. Skill is so much harder. Skill is one of the roughest 7-star classes, I would say, and there's really not a ton of champs here that I would want to take up to rank 3. So the way I see the skill class, the way I see it is, you know, this is a defensive class. This is a very defensive class. You know, we got Korg and we got Killmonger here, and these are 2 champs that make the list. You know, I think if you pull a skill 2 to 3 and you're Battlegrounds focused, I think, and you have an Awakened Killmonger or Korg, I think that'd be a very good choice. I think they are going to put in so much work for you in defense on Battlegrounds. Taking either one of these guys to rank 3, man, yeah, would be great. The only other defender that I would recommend taking to rank 3 over Korg or Killmonger would be Bullseye. If you happen to get him as a 7-star somehow, maybe from the Titan or something like me. And so Bullseye is going to be my next rank 3 skill champ, at least. If I can pull a skill gem from Act 8.4, it's 100,000,000% going into Bullseye. I think Bullseye is the perfect type of champion to take to rank 3 because, first of all, you know, he's an insane defender, but he absolutely has counters, and his counters can nuke him down very fast. So if he's at the highest rank, you know, even if the opponents are bringing in the best counters, if he's at the highest rank, there's more room for things to go wrong. The fight's going to take longer. There's more opportunity for mistakes to occur. And Bullseye is the type of champion that it's so easy to make a mistake against. He's so punishing, you know, if you do. So for all those defensive reasons, I think Bullseye is such a good rank 3 candidate. And on the flip side, Bullseye, I feel like, is a little bit underwhelming on attack. I don't think he's nearly as bad on attack as some people will tell you, but he is definitely underwhelming on attack. He's definitely primarily feels like a defender. So champions like that, that's all the more reason to take them to rank 3, because they feel a little underwhelming on attack, but when you take them to that highest rank, that really helps to alleviate that feeling and bring them up more to par. Help them out, just reach that little bit more power on attack that they need. So for all those reasons, I think Bullseye is, I would say, the best candidate in the game for rank 3 in the skill class. I think Bullseye is the best candidate, in my opinion, my humble Battlegrounds focused opinion. That's why I was just so happy to have pulled him, and that's why he's absolutely going to rank 3 for me. And then, you know, if you're not going to go the full-on defensive route, I think the only other real solid option is Mantis. I think Mantis is maybe even the most ranked 3 skill champion in the game currently. And I think that makes a lot of sense because, like I said, the 7-star skill class is one of the weakest 7-star class groupings of champions, in my opinion. Just, you know, like a lot of really good skill champs just didn't translate to the 7-star pool. Like, you know, Kate, Nick, Kingpin, 3 off the top of my head right there, you know. 3 are probably the best 3 skill champs in the game, none of which are available as 7 stars. So I think that's a big reason why the skill class is kind of lacking. But yeah, I think Mantis could make a lot of sense for rank 3. She's very powerful, one of the best photon counters. Plus, Mantis is not the worst defender. You know, she can be annoying. You don't want her to throw the special ones. She can put you to sleep. All those shenanigans. Her heavy is a little bit annoying and can catch you sometimes. I've been caught by her heavy a couple times in the past. And yeah, like taking Mantis to rank 3 is only going to make her better defensive option, you know, when you need to put her on D in a pinch. So if you like Mantis, you're a Mantis player, Mantis is in your deck, already at rank 2, and you enjoy her and you pull a 2 to 3 gem, I think Mantis can make a ton of sense for that, absolutely. And those are my 4 picks for the skill class. And I think this one was my best work. This one and the Cosmic one just looks so clean, man. The Mantis going like this, the Killmonger with the Gauntlet Core kicking. That was a new PNG I just made. I had never even seen that one before, so I really like that graphic. So those are the picks for the skill class. Now, speaking of Cosmic, let's go ahead and move on to that class. So Cosmic is an interesting one for sure. Now, I would say one of the just default and kind of boring but best options you can go for is just Maestro to rank 3. If I get a Cosmic Gem, that is 100,000,000% what I am going to be doing. Maestro is the type of champion, you know, that I am going to be taking. He's going to get maxed out. You know, we're rank 3, if you think about it, you know, is only halfway to 7 stars. Max rank is 6. So, you know, we're only halfway through 7 stars lifespans right now. So it's not a bad idea to think of, you know, like, when you're taking a champ to rank 3, can you see yourself taking that champ to rank 6, you know, 5 years from now? Like, it's so hard to think 5 years in the future, but if a champ is that good, you know, sometimes you know. And Maestro is the type of champ that, yeah, I don't care what the game looks like in 5 years. He's the type of champ I will take up to rank 6. Even if a ton of Maestro counters are out by then, you know, even still, whatever, I think he'll always have a place on defense. He's not a bad attacker. Eventually, we'll be able to get him awakened, and then he'll be a better attacker. I think he's pretty underrated on attack anyways. And on top of all of that, he's freaking Maestro. He's Maestro. You know, one of the most OG bosses in the game. So to have him playable, like, he will always have a special place in my heart. So, highly recommend Maestro. It's a little bit boring right now. He's unduped and everything. He's primarily a defender, but rank 3 Maestro is one of the best defenders in Battlegrounds. So, it's a very good option, and it's the option I'm going to be going with if I do get a Cosmic Gem. Now, other than Maestro, Cosmic class, it's an interesting one. And as far as my only rank 3s in this class, it's Null. So I think Null is one of the most powerful Cosmic 7 stars. I think he is a phenomenal champion. I really, really like him. He's been doing pretty great so far at rank 3. He's won me some matches offensively here and there against Red Skulls, that kind of thing. He's definitely won me some matches on defense. And I'd say one of the best parts about having Null at rank 3 is he's just baited out a lot of bans, which is nice. So, yeah, I would recommend Null as rank 3. He hasn't been doing, I would say, as good as I had hoped on D, but he still has been doing good. And, you know, he is still only Sig 29, so that's only, he is only applying 2 debuffs currently. Once I get him to Sig 39, which I do have some Sig Stones, but I'm just kind of waiting for Act 8.4 to see my 7 stars, what I pull and everything before I use those resources. But yeah, once I put 10 more Sigs into him, then I'll be applying 3 debuffs. And, you know, Null is also the type of champion that I could see really investing and taking all the way as a 7 star. And because, you know, he's only going to get better as that Sig goes up, which will just happen naturally over time. So yeah, I would recommend Null for rank 3, especially if you have him awakened. If you don't have him awakened, probably wouldn't recommend it. But if you have him awakened, yeah, absolutely. And then another recommendation I would have is Hyperion. Hyperion would be so awesome to have as a 7 star man. I think he'd be a really, really cool rank 3. Especially if awakened. If he was unduped, I would be a lot more hesitant. But if Hyperion was awakened, I think it's an absolute no-brainer to take him to rank 3, man. Yeah, I think that would be awesome. You know, any Sig is fine on Hyperion, whether it's Sig 1, 2, 20, 40, 200. You know, it doesn't matter. All he needs is to be awakened, and then you're cooking with gas. So, yeah, I think a rank 3 Hyperion, man, would go so hard. And then, other than that, you know, Serpent, he's not on my list because he's brand new and he needs to be awakened. But if you have an awakened 7 star Serpent, then absolutely 100% take him to rank 3. But unduped, no. He's got to be awakened to take to rank 3. Because a big part of his defensive kit is a lot behind that. And then I would say the other recommendation would be Adam Warlock. If you were lucky enough to pull this guy, from the banquet event and have him awakened, I think he would be a solid rank 3 option. He was very much so in consideration for that spot alongside Null. It was really between these two. Ultimately, I went with Null, though, just because, I don't know, Null is a little bit more tried and true. He doesn't require any AI cooperation. Null's been in the game for a long time. I know very well how he works. I know everything he can do. I know just how many different areas in the game he works for. So I just thought it was a very safe bet to take him up. And I just think he's one of the most badass looking champs in the game. And that is definitely something that I take into account with my rank 3s. So, yeah. But I think Adam would go pretty hard. I'm probably going to take Adam up to rank 2 very soon here. Again, just waiting for the Act 8 to do all my crystal openings, before I start making big rank ups. But other than that, other than those champions, I think that's pretty much it. Take a peek at the sick graphic here. Let me know in the comments which one you guys think's better, this one or the skill one. I think both just look really good. I really like the Hyperion PNG on this one. I'm gonna have to use that if I make any Hyperion videos. That's gonna be going on the thumbnail. It looks so good. But I'd say the only other champ that we didn't really talk about would probably have to be Deathless King Groot. So I think Deathless King Groot would be a good rank 3, but personally I would hold off for now just until we get him awakened, which we should be having some guaranteed way to get him awakened. And so, you could rank 3 him now unduped and just be banking on that. But personally, I would wait until he's awakened, then take him to rank 3. That's just me, though. But I do think Deathless King Groot can be worth it, absolutely. You do have my blessing to take him to rank 3. I think he'd be a banger. I think he could be kind of annoying at rank 3 on defense. Not like super hard to fight or anything, but just tanky and just take a while to kind of cut through. But yeah, that's the Cosmic class. All right, let's go ahead now and move on to Mutant and then Tech. Only 2 classes left to talk about. Okay, so Mutant. Now, Mutant, I think there's 2 solid kind of go-to options for a lot of people, and that's Bishop and that's Domino. I think either of these champions, are safe bets to take to rank 3. They're not the most fancy, flashy, special champions in the game, but I can give you a good case for either one to go to rank 3. Let's start with Bishop. So Bishop, first of all, he's a bullseye counter, which is great. He's a very good bullseye counter. Bishop is also an Attuma counter, a core counter. Bishop is incredible. He can counter a lot of annoying skill defenders. And, you can just do pretty good in a lot of generic matchups, especially if you were to be at rank 3. The extra damage on the special 2s, and if you get a crit and the incinerates from rank 2 to rank 3 would be massive. So, I don't think Bishop's the best attacker out there, especially outside of his, ideal skill shrugging matchups. But outside of those matchups is all the more reason to take him to rank 3 because he needs that little boost of attack. Now, on the flip side, Bishop is a awesome defender. Especially at rank 3, a rank 3 Bishop is a scary defender. So, I think Bishop is a solid rank 3 candidate. He's just great on attack and defense. He just does a great job on both. He's not the top of the line in either, but he's very good at both. Has some great utility. He has regen. He's just a very, very, very good champion. So highly recommend Bishop. And then there's Domino. Now, Domino, is one of just the most BS champions in the entire game. And she has stayed relevant ever since she came out. And I don't think she's going anywhere anytime soon. So I think Domino is a very safe investment and a very worthwhile one long term. Like I was talking about earlier, could you see taking this champion to rank 6? I want you to ask yourself that question before you make your rank 3 decision. And when it comes to Domino, absolutely. I could absolutely see Domino being taken up to rank 6 as 7-star by myself and a lot of other people. And the great thing about Domino and, her longevity and taking her up those ranks is, of course, she wants Sig Stones. So she's the type of champion that you'd want to continue investing levels, ranks, and Sigs into. So I think Domino would be a very safe and good long-term investment, but also maybe a tad boring. So those two are very safe options. Now, the most fun and best option in the entire game is Onslaught. No doubt, no cap, just straight facts. Onslaught is the #1 candidate for rank 3, maybe in the whole game. He's one of the strongest 7-stars in the entire game. I think Onslaught is the #1 candidate for rank 3. The only thing that makes him not the #1 candidate is the fact that a lot of people already have him as rank 5 and ascended as a 6-star. But like that's not really his fault. It's just he's just that good that people ranked up the lower star level. Again, myself included. But I just think Onslaught, man, he's one of the best 7-stars in the game. He is absolutely a 7-star. Like, he is the type of 7-star that I could see being my first rank 6. Not only can I see myself taking this guy to rank 6, that's guaranteed. I could see him being my first rank 6 if I can get my hands on this guy as a 7-star. So if you have an Onslaught, you pull a Mutant 2 or 3. If you do anyone else, I'll be sad. I just think Onslaught is miles and miles away. Easily the best Mutant rank 3. Maybe the best rank 3 in the entire game right now. So Onslaught, cannot recommend that guy enough. Now, other than that, there is a couple other champs. Nightcrawler, we are going to be getting him as a 7-star. He's a defender. He's much better on attack now. He has cool utility with his own Bamf evade that is special and cannot be turned off, and you don't need a mastery for. So yeah, I think Nightcrawler is an option. I personally haven't tested him at all, really. I just seen some gameplay, the gameplay does look good. So it's good enough that I can recommend you to rank 3 Nightcrawler, but it's not good enough to promise you that that's going to be a really solid rank up, because I haven't had the experience yet. Once I get enough runestones, get a 7-star Nightcrawler myself, we're definitely going to make some content on him to see how I feel. But I do think he would be a good rank 3 just because of how good he already is on defense, and the fact that he's better attacker now as well and everything. I think he'd make for a good defender and a good rank 3 option. Now, there's a couple other champions that I could recommend you for rank 3, but they're a bit more rare. They're mainly in the Titan. So one is Dust. I don't think I even put Dust on the graphic, but if you somehow have a 7-star Dust, yeah, I can absolutely see her being a rank 3 candidate. Does she need to be awakened? I don't think so. It doesn't really seem like it. So yeah, I think, like, if I pull Dust out of my Titan, and I pull a 2 to 3 gem, and I don't pull Onslaught, I might take up Dust. I might. And I think another champion similar like that is Havoc. Now, Havoc's been in the Titan a lot longer, but I'm pretty sure that's the only way to get him as a 7-star. But so he's still rare, but I'm sure there's more 7-star Havocs out there than there are 7-star Dusts currently. And I think Havoc is a very underrated champion. I can absolutely recommend rank 3 Unduped Havoc to you. My good buddy Zarafa has one, and he has showed me a bunch of sick gameplay. Havoc is actually an Onslaught counter as well, so that's really cool. Havoc's also just a good defender, but Havoc is definitely an underrated attacker. He can do a lot of stuff. Havoc's a really cool champ, man. He's definitely not the coolest and flashiest, but he is very underrated. A lot of utility in this champion, a lot of good damage, good defender, good attacker. Just very, very good champion, very underrated. So I think that's it for the Mutant class. Let's pull up the graphic here. Yeah, so there's 5 champs, lots of champs recommended here. And so if I pull a 2 to 3 mutant gem and I don't pull any other mutants, and I have to just pick here, I'll be between Bishop and Domino, and I think right now I'm leaning Domino. I think I'll just give her all my Sigs and take her to rank 3. It's kind of what I'm thinking right now if I get Mutant. I don't want Mutant, unless I pull an Onslaught, then I want Mutant, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm thinking on that. And then, alright, we got one final class, that is Tech. So, out of my rank 3s in Tech currently, I have Shuri. Now, this was done via a 2 to 3 tech gem from Necropolis Initial Clear. Tech's not really what I wanted, but it's what I got. And I just knew, like, if I pulled tech, all right, I'm just going Shuri. And at the time, she was unduped, so it was a little bit more annoying. Not as much of a no-brainer if she was just awakened, but it was still a no-brainer. Took Shuri up. Now, if I didn't get a 2 to 3 tech gem, I probably wouldn't have a rank 3 Shuri. She'd probably would have just stayed at rank 2. But I do think Shuri is a good rank 3. I think she's one of the best rank 3s. I think she's one of the strongest tech 7 stars. So I can absolutely recommend her to you as a rank 3 option if you get tech. I think tech, for me, tech would be the worst class to get out of 3 to 4 gem. You know, I already got one. I really don't want a second one. I'm actually really scared I'm going to get another one. It would be the worst. I really don't want tech. But Shuri, I can definitely recommend her to you. Iron Man now, after his buff, he's pretty good. I definitely want to take him up to rank 2 soon. I have everything I need. Again, I'm just waiting till the end of Act 8 to open all my crystals to see before I do any big decisions. But rank 3 Iron Man, I think Dooley Ray has one of those. And I think the only time he's ever beaten me in Battlegrounds was because of his Iron Man. I think I put Spider-Ham on defense, round 3. He used his rank 3 Iron Man, and he just rinsed it. I underrated how good rank 3 Iron Man would be, and he smoked my Spider-Ham, and he beat me. So, rank 3 Iron Man would be pretty sick. Plus, you know, Iron Man is tanky. A rank 3 Iron Man can absolutely be a defensive option for you. Absolutely. So, other than those two, there's some tech champs that I don't have. That's also a big part of the problem and why I don't want a tech 2 to 3 gem, because the champs I would use it on I don't have. So one of the big ones is Shocker. Now Shocker is incredible after his rebalancing, man. Fortunately, I do not have him. He was the one and only 7-star I didn't get from the banquet event. So frustrating. But yeah, man, if you were lucky enough to get your hands on a 7-star Shocker and you get 2 through tech gem, absolutely take him to rank 3. This guy is so good on attack. He can do a multitude of matchups that include like Maestro, Onslaught, just all kinds of stuff. And he is a decent defender. And he can definitely catch people up. The key to fighting Shocker is patience. You need to just be patient so that he's not auto-blocking you or parrying you when you're trying to punish his specials or anything. If you just play patient, that is the key to fighting him. But of course, when you play patient, that takes more time. So it's going to slow your opponent down in Battlegrounds. So, you know, that's what makes him a good defender. It's either you slow down and be patient, take longer, or say YOLO and keep going in and risk getting parried or punished or all these other things, because that's what Shocker does. So I can absolutely recommend Shocker. Guardian's another one that I do not have, but I can absolutely recommend to you for rank 3. Because I've seen Guardian do some incredible things. Plus, he is not a bad defensive option as well with his auto block. And man, Guardian, the game just changed for Guardian when Relics came out. Because the Hulkbuster Relic on Guardian is game changing for him. It's champion changing for him. He is a completely different monster with that relic. So man, you got the Hulkbuster relic, you got a 7-star Guardian, you pull a 2 to 3 tech gem, take him up, dude. I want 7-star Guardian so bad, man. Love this guy. He'd be such a sick rank 3. And then I think Karate Mike has Hulkbuster at rank 3, and it's awesome. It's sick. I don't recommend this though, because I think Hulkbuster at rank 2, he's one of those champions that I think is so powerful at rank 2 that I think it would be start to be a little bit wasteful taking a rank 3. I just think that power would be better given to some other champions. And I think maybe the best option right now for rank 3 in the tech class is Red Skull, or at least he's my most wanted. So if I got a 2 to 3 tech gem, like I said, that'd be my worst. But if I pulled a Red Skull out of the Titan, then problem solved, because he would be who I take to rank 3. I think Red Skull is the strongest candidate for rank 3 in the tech class right now. And I say that with a serious face. Which is crazy because Red Skull sucked so much before he was buffed. But now, dude, Red Skull is an absolute animal. This guy is so annoying on defense, dude. So annoying. Such a strong defender now. He's got auto block after his special 1, unstoppable buff after his special 2. His armors, you know, you hit his block, they do so much damage. There's so much potential for his kit. In battlegrounds and certain metas and stuff. There was one meta where Red Skull was actually the best defender in the game. Or maybe not the best, but he was like top 3 for sure. He was unreal. And the meta was essentially, it was the 0 to hero meta, where the defender gets unblockable and indestructible buffs. So why that was so crazy for Red Skull was because when he's unblockable and indestructible, you need to stay close for those to wear off. And you can't let him near you. You can't let him hit your block or anything. He's unblockable, so you can't let him hit you. You can't hit his block, because if you do, you're going to get power burn and take a ton of health loss. So it was just such a crazy combination, dude. Red Skull, not to mention, he's a domino counter. He's a decent attacker. His loop is simple. Special 2, build below 3 bars before you throw it. Then throw your special 1, pause your shock damage. Very simple. He doesn't need to be awakened either at all, so unduped, he's good to go for rank 3. Yeah. Like, he really does not need to be duped. The first part with the heavy attack generating power, like, that is so garbage. Like, you never use that on attack. The second part, I guess, would be nice for every chance basic grants Red Skull 1 armor up buff, but it's not needed. And anyways, like, just Sig 20 then would be perfect, or Sig 1. Like, he definitely is not the type of champ that needs Sigs. So, yeah, man, I think Red Skull would be just such a sick rank 3. So if you happen to pull Red Skull out of a Titan Man and you get a 2 to 3 tech gem, you got Lagacy's recommendation on that. Take him up. But yeah, guys, that is, I think that's it. Let's pull up the tech graphic. That's the final one. There we go. I think this one looks pretty cool too, with Shocker up there. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much gonna go ahead and do it for this video. Let's just go back to Act 8, and let's show off all of these once again. There's a tech, there's the mutant, there's the cosmic, there's the skill, there's the science, and there's the mystic. Yeah, I think those all turned out pretty good. Yeah, guys, that is going to go ahead and do it for this video. This should be dropping like hours before Act 8 actually does drop on Wednesday. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you refer to it after you're done Act 8. I hope this helps you maybe make your decision with your next rank 3. And I would just really appreciate you guys dropping a thumbs up on the video. A like goes such a long way. Or subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I post MCOC content every single day and live stream as well on top of that. You can hit the little bell if you want to be notified when I post a video or when I start streaming. That's pretty much going to do it for this video, guys. And if you want to share this video with your alliance mates, maybe help them make some decisions as well on rank 3s, I would really appreciate that as well. Those alt sharing, likes, subscribing, it all goes such a long way. Thank you guys so much for all love and support. I couldn't be here doing my dream job without you guys. You're the best. And yeah, I'll be live streaming Act 8 today, 100%. So stay tuned. Should be multiple streams throughout the day. We're going to do one stream when it drops at launch, and then one stream later in the night to 100% and open up all those juicy rewards. So be on the lookout for that. Hope you guys enjoy. Peace out.